This room fill up. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank everybody for tuning in. Hey, this is a wonderful day, a beautiful day. I just want to be able to give you guys my thoughts, my opinions of Brice Butler. The Brice Butler factor. Well, can he be a factor? Will he be a factor? Will he be somebody that we have to take a extra look at as relates to like playing in the National Football League? We understand certain factors of Brice Butler's game that he have to improve on, must improve on, those type of things that sometimes get in the way with Brice Butler. And just to be honest with you guys, it seems to me, though, sometimes there are ways where we look at a player and we kind of put them in a box because of what they did in the past. So with that being said, I really want to know what are your thoughts of Brice Butler altogether collectively. Being on this team, will he always be compared to now, dare I say, a Josh Gordon? You know, because we're going to have to bring up those factors. We're going to have to bring up those things. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Before I go a little bit further, Jazzy Jeff, thank you for tuning in. First person to be in the chat box over here on the Law Nation's YouTube page. And on the Facebook panel, the wonderful, I'm talking about the beautiful FP Facebook panel. Terrence, thank you for tuning in. Vincent, and also Robert and Kerry Tigo. Jamal, I know you're somewhere around there, man. Yeah, we live like 95. But this is the thing. You bring in Brice Butler, you know for sure he got speed. He can take the top off the defense at times. But the thing is with Brice Butler, at times he does disappear. It's like what happened to him? Whether he gets a freakish hamstring or whether it just be a play that you know for sure that like, hey, come on, man. Why you going to hit the man in the back? Or why you going to block this guy like that? You know for sure we already had the edge there, or too many men in the huddle, or you know, that rule was kind of crazy anyway. But the factor that Brice Butler brings in, of course, we saw, like, of course, when I went back to look at some of the tape, I saw him play against the 49ers in 2016. But they were the 49ers. They was porous of a team, horrible. But he was able to get separation, catch the ball, move the ball upfield. So he was able to do those things. So with that being said, what do you guys feel? Will he be better than the Allen Hurns so far? Will he be better than the Deontay Thompson? Will he I'm not even going to say Tavon Austin. Come on. Tavon Austin is the man-child out there. So will he be a guy that for sure we can say, we look at everything at Terrence Williams' contract and say to ourselves, maybe, just maybe, this is the better look than a Terrence Williams? I want to know. I really want to know what you guys think about this, because now that we have the Brice Butler out there and they picked him up and he's on the team, what can he actually do when it's time to be when we need those type of productions out there? You know, it's one of those things. Shout out to Chris for joining in over here on the YouTube panel. He's not better than any of our wide receivers. That's what he says right here. So this is just much to do about nothing, right? All of the hoopla and all of the craziness that's going on. I know I said in the other video that I would rather bring in Lance Lenoir or the other big kid that we had, number 85. I think he on the injury reserve, Noah Brown. Maybe you bring in the Mikael McKay. I mean, he was showing promises out there. He's 6'3", 6'4", tall, physical receiver. I don't know if he have the speed to take anything off the top of the defense. But what I'm saying is that if you insert him and you say, okay, now you're getting valuable reps, because it's something about being, out there on the field. You learn more out there when you're grinding. It just, to me, that's just to me. I don't know how you guys feel, but to me, when you're out there, you're getting those reps, those valuable reps. It may seem as if though you're not doing anything, but the valuable part of it is that you're learning, gaining experience. So I would rather elevate somebody who's on the practice squad up, and give those guys chances. But they got Brice Butler. And revisionist history or past history of Brice Butler showed that maybe, just maybe, he can step it up and he can be one of those players that can be lights out. Just maybe. Just maybe. Who knows? Good morning to you too as well. Thank you for tuning in. All right. So also over here on the Facebook panel, I got Daniel. He said, "What's up, Law? Shout out to you. Salute to you. Don't forget to grab your cup of coffee." This is the coffee report. The best part of waking up, right, is Folgers in your cup. All right. Let's get things going. This is from Joe. Yeah, we're going to get things going. Hey, what we have to do, and I said on the last deal, is that this team have to play perfect. They cannot have these little small nuances like holding, block in the back, chop block. We can't fall into the traps of saying, okay, this team is 0-2. We're going to be able to rest ourselves and come out half-heartedly. Because one thing I do know for sure, it's been, and I hate to bring this up because I know some people are going to say this, it's been a long time since we just saw our opposition, our opponent, and we just gave them everything we had, and then we ran up the score. That's Jimmy Johnson time. You know, Jimmy Johnson would run up the score. So I'm not saying that we should run up the score, but if we have the opportunity to, we should not take our foot off the pedal. I'm not saying that if we are by 30 points, which I'm not saying that for the Seahawks nations out there, if there are any Seahawks nation, the 12th man, whatever, I'm not saying that we're going to be up 30 points, but if granted, or if giving that opportunity, we should not take our foot off the pedal. We should continue. And I'm not saying, okay, bench your starters and stuff like that. I want us to be able to attack. Matter of fact, y'all go ahead and buy your shirts. Dak Attack, you know, Ezekiel Elliott, Challenge Accepted, you know, all these type of shirts that we can go out there and go grab. We should be ready, locked, loaded, and ready with our silver and blue. And we just saying, okay, we ready to just knock everything out of the park because we're going to let them know that they got the 12th man, but we got the nation. Cowboys nation, strong people coming from UK. Somebody this weekend is driving right now, getting into their car, and they're going to drive all the way from to Seattle from Dallas, you know. From Dallas, they're going to drive all the way. They got their family, they got the kids, they got everybody, Tupac and Biggie. They got everybody in the car with them. They might be jamming to Tupac and Biggie. And they finna go up there and tell them West Side, you know, from Texas, we're gonna run this thing. Because this is how big we are. We just beyond 12th, man. We silver and blue nation all day. All right, so Nicholson, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Dak and Brice Butler have good connections. We'll see. I mean, what would be a good game for put it like this. What is for Brice Butler? Because, of course, our biggest fear is for Josh Gordon to go to the Patriots and have like 10 catches for 280 yards. Because I do think that he was like one of the, and this is from Brandon Whedon or somebody, threw him the ball, and he was the first NFL player in a long time to have 3 consecutive games of 200 yards or more. And they saying that he should be able to pass his physical. Our worst fear will be just like the Randy Moss factor. Remember, we could have drafted Randy Moss, but because of the weed and the off the field issues, and just before that we had drafted y'all help me out, man. Y'all help me out, because just before that we had drafted a cornerback. I forgot his name, but he started shooting up. You know, it was crazy. So we was like, well, we're going to run away from all of the trouble players. We don't need trouble players. And we deal with the whole, y'all help me out with that cornerback's name. I think he's still in jail. Oh, man. But that was the reason why we didn't draft Randy Moss, because of the off-field issues with this cornerback. Man, trust me, his name is at the tip of my tongue. I know you guys know. For us to pass up on him, if he goes and have a crazy game out there, and trust me, he got Tom Brady throwing him the ball, we will always look back at this moment and say, Jerry, I know, Jerry, we could have just still took the risk. His 5th round draft pick, a conditional 7. You know, if he don't pan out, we could have crafted some things because the Browns were really ready to get rid of him. We could have crafted a deal because I know we got a lot of crazy things going on in the Cowboys nation as it relates to players, and Roger Goodell got his magnifying glass on us. But I just feel like it's one of those things where it could be like another Randy Moss situation. I just hope that's not the scenario. But this is our biggest fear for Josh Gordon, to have a lights out game. But hopefully, we can play the conservative route and we can finally win with the conservative route. Bringing and inserting in Brice Butler, because I have tons of people in my inbox saying that, hey, if you bring Brice Butler back, why not bring back Dez? You know, wouldn't Dez be a better fit than Brice Butler? You know, and all this stuff. And like my guy said in the chat box, hey, Brice Butler, Dak Prescott, they got better chemistry. So it's a fickle process, guys. Let me know. Let me know of your thoughts and your opinions of this whole matter. It is what it is. Don't forget to grab your coffee and get things going in the right direction. Be productive today. Stay positive. That's the only thing we can do from this aspect, and be ready for the game this weekend. Don't forget to like this page, subscribe to this page, join the notification squad, join the notification game, and we can get this thing going one way or another. I really appreciate each and every last one of you guys for tuning in to the channel. I have a podcast that's LAW Nation. Join the podcast and we can get things going. And that factors when you're traveling on the road or flying around, you know how it goes. Just subscribe and share this content. That's the best thing. Share this content, and we can get this thing going. And let me know how you guys feel. You know, what kind of productive game should Brice Butler get? You know, what was his best stats in his career? You know, what was his best game ever? Will he have one of those games, or what was his worst game ever? And will he have one of those games? And we'll see if we'll cross this bridge as it relates to down the road. DJ Duffelbag, right? That's all the time I have for this morning. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to Nothing But the Bass. Salute. Let's jam on out to this good music early in the morning and just be productive. Yeah. Oh, don't forget to put down where you guys are from. You know, I always love to hear that and see that. Yes. And y'all figure out that cornerback's name, man. I forgot that cornerback name. I think he's still in jail for murder or something like that. Peace. Tennessee in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Greg Ellis. What's up?